Alright, so what you first want to do is you want to get your samples all kind of split up like this. I've already got these split up. They're these buggy ones that because someone wanted me to do these. So I'm gonna be using these. Hopefully they should be good. It's a bit difficult because they're kind of echoey. You don't really want the echo, but I can make do. So the first thing you want to do is you want to consolidate the tracks. I split them up. Make sure each one of them is solo from each other. So it's only this one playing. Because if you have it like this, and then try to consolidate the track, nothing's gonna come out. So to be honest, you could probably just have these all activated. You could probably just have them all playing. They're all gonna come out as their own thing. You can hear her. Yep. So you just keep doing this until you've got it all done. So you should have all of your tracks consolidated, so they should be in their own files. What you could do, this is kind of, I can't do this because I'm using the trial version, but what you can do, this is more of an optional feature, but you can go into pitch corrector. This is if you have like the full version, and if you want them to sound more natural, you could kind of move them over to around a C scale. And then they should all be on a C scale. And then just center them. You can put the center to max. Should put them like this. And that will kind of make them more in tune, but because I'm using trowel, it's kind of pointless to do that. So instead what you want to do is you want to go into audio editor. Go into, do that. And then you want to kind of find a more center ground that like the audio is kind of like this. So what's the audio that we got here? I'm gonna be using this. I'm gonna put it back here, and I've got to try and find a bit that it kind of aligns. So I'm gonna say here. It's a bit of a weird one because, like I said, it is echoey. Okay, so I'm gonna move this back over to here. Good tune. There we go. That was actually a pretty easy one, but yeah. That was a bit easier than I thought it'd be. You kind of want to make sure that each end is kind of around the same level on the wavelength. And then once you've got it all done, also make sure your settings are like these. Because then that kind of makes it quite nice. Oh, I don't even know what happened there. Yeah, make sure your settings are like these. And it should work all nicely. You get something like that. Then just cut that. Zoom out. Delete all of that and paste it in. This ply is kind of like, depending on what length you want it to be, I'm just gonna make it so it's kind of like the full bar. So I paste this 10 times at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should have about 11 of that. Then you want to select all and then do the same thing again. So about 10 times, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should have this. Then I paste it once. I paste it again. And then I do 1, 2, 3. And you should get like a bar like this. And then with that bar, I'll just put it down here. And there you go. Bit long. If it's a bit long like that, you can just kind of cut it down. Well, I mean, the cutting it down is a bit optional. I'm going to do it because I don't want them too long, because it's going to take up a lot of file space. So yeah, the length is really just depending on how big you want the file to be. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Make sure they're not too short though, or that will happen. So I'm going to say maybe about, kind of keep moving them back until you get a nice. Ah, there we go. So we've got all four. They should be around the same length. So they might be slightly over. So if they're slightly over, and you just want to kind of keep at the one bar, you can do a quick cut down. Split those. Just get rid of that part. Another thing you want to make sure you do, because it's going to sound a bit weird if you don't do this, but you can turn up the volume, kind of make sure that they're all around the same volume, which you can do like this. So I'm going to turn that down a bit. I'm going to turn that up. And this down a bit, like this. There we go. Alright. And then with those, now you want to do is export them as WAV files, which you can do by pressing Ctrl R. Make sure you have them in a folder. That's going to be important. So I'm just going to call my folder just Huggy Chromatics. And then what you want to do is you want to label them as the order. Like you have to label them as numbers in the order that you want to have the sounds in. So I'm going to just do as 1.wav, as you can see here. There we go. And just keep doing the same thing until you have all of your samples in their own files, like so. There we go. Next, what you want to do is you want to use. Let me get it up. The next thing you want to do is you want to have the chromatic scale generator, which will be in the description. I've just got it here. Put it there. And then what you want to do with that is on the sample folder, you want to just click on the file, make sure you're inside the file, so it should say folder and then your file name, and just click select folder. Sample note is, when it's starting note is C. Starting octave is 2, I usually put it to around 48. You get quite a lot of options. And then just let it generate. It's gonna take a while to generate because it's just kinda, alright, there we go. So once it's out of the not responding sort of like thing, it should be done. And then what we can do, I'll just use this project file. Don't have to worry about those. I'll just use the game breaker project file because that's kind of the only one I have. Alright, and there we go. So just to do a quick test, I'm just going to change Ego's voice to the one that we just made. So just click load sample, open up wherever your chromatic is, put it in there, just do, wait for it to load. Should take a quick second. Good. Just do dull auto slicing. Just let it do that. You're gonna want to undo if you had the pattern selected. So we can go over to the pattern. Just see how it is. It's gonna sound pretty high pitch if you're using this project file. I'm just gonna move it down to around C6 because I think that's what it's originally at. Yeah, it's gonna be. Here we go. Yeah, so it sounds pretty good. So yeah, just comment down below what you guys make out of this. Bye.